What's up, guys? It's your host Video Games, and welcome to today's video. As you can see by the title and thumbnail of today's video, we're going to be discussing the one and only movie we've been waiting for all our lives.
Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu, that's right. So joining me today, the one and only, the legendary Let's Talk Movies.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah,
Let's talk movies here.
Let's Talk Movies. So yeah, if you don't know, it's my brother, Let's Talk Movies. I'll link his channel in the description.
I do have a channel.
He does have a channel. Congrats to you. So, like I said, we're talking about Detective Pikachu today. So go on and tell the people what you thought about the movie.
I liked the movie a lot. I thought it was really good. It was a lot better than I feel like it should have been. And
why is that?
because we haven't had such a good run with live action anime / video game movies over the course of however long they've been making live action video game / anime movies.
That's a very good point. That is a very good point you bring to the table.
What did you think about it?
I enjoyed it quite a lot. I thought at certain points I enjoyed it more than you when we were sitting over in the theater. I was looking over you because I was smiling, laughing at some stuff, seeing if you were reciprocating the same feelings that I was.
Wait, was I not? Was I not laughing?
No, you were. It's just.
Oh, no, I really liked it. I really liked almost everything about it. I really enjoyed it.
All right, so what do you think of the realistic or live action Pokemon approach designs that they brought to it?
I thought they were all really good, really well done for the most part. I didn't dislike any of them that I can think of offhand.
Right, yeah, like all of them look really good. Pikachu, they did really good with Pikachu. I don't know, in the games and the anime and stuff like that, I never really imagined Pikachu as being like furry like that. Like I assumed he had hair, but not like he looked really.
What is Pikachu? He's a mouse, right?
Right. He's the electric mouse Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
That's cool. So we briefly talked about the Pokemon, and so what about the characters? The non-Pokemon characters within the movie.
They were all right. Justice Smith was good. It wasn't great.
It wasn't awful.
I liked him. I don't think he was bad. Like he was definitely the best human character.
Yeah.
Kinda. Was he? Was he?
And the girl we had, the love interest / reporter intern girl. We were talking about this after we got the movie. When we were first introduced to her, I was like, "Oh, this is what we're doing." Could you not? I don't know. She just came off really. I don't want to say charismatic because she wasn't really charismatic, but she was very headstrong in her approach.
You don't think women should be strong? You think she should have been timid?
Yes, I think she should be timid and stuff.
She should have been in the kitchen. She shouldn't have spoke without being spoken to. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 100% yes.
Wow, y'all heard it here. Unsub. We got a
misogynistic pig over here.
Did you just mansplain? No. Okay, no, moving on.
All right, the reporter intern lady. What did you think of her?
I thought I didn't really have any problems with her. It's not that we didn't see her. She just wasn't the main focus, so we didn't really get a whole lot of her. Right. But no, I enjoyed her. I thought she did good.
Even in the beginning, when she was introduced.
I really didn't have a problem with that. I don't know what your deal was with that.
I thought it was really cringy. It was just.
I really didn't think so. I mean, it's a Pokemon movie. Where are you? Have you watched the show? That's the goofiest show I've ever seen.
I use my trusty drying pan as a frying pan.
Oh no, it's raining.
Hey, I know. I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan.
Our main antagonist, very, I don't want to say cartoony, but it's very his goals and motivations, like maybe his motivations, but like this reasoning for doing what he does, it's kind of.
Yeah, here we're kind of moving into the more spoiler territory. So if you haven't seen the movie, see the movie. It's a lot of fun. You should definitely check it out. We recommend it.
Yeah, 10
I'd give it I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. I'd give
10 out of 10, but 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Go see it. I don't know if I'd give it a 10 out of 10, right. But now we're moving into spoilers. Haven't seen it? Go see it. Then come back. All right, but now, the definitely the weakest part of this whole thing was the villain and his motivation, because I don't want to say it wasn't there, or
it was just.
I mean, I kind of understand part of the reason he was doing it for himself, because he's in a wheelchair and he wanted to get inside of a Pokemon so that he can function, normally. And who wouldn't want to get inside Mewtwo?
But. Right. So basically, our main man, he was paralyzed or something, but he was stuck in a wheelchair, and he created this device where he could transfer his consciousness into a Pokemon, which the one he did was within Mewtwo, and Mewtwo was also acting as the antagonist, but Mewtwo wasn't. He was an antagonist while the old man was inside his body, mind, however you want to do it, his soul transferred. Like, I understand, once again, he's wheelchair bedding. And
But what the hell did the purple gas have to do with anything? What the hell did this purple gas? So they released purple gas, which made the R serum, which makes the Pokemon go crazy. But then at that point, Mewtwo would then combine the people with the Pokemon. So does that mean they have to have had the purple gas for them to be able to combine with them?
I guess. Because the beginning we're introduced to.
Maybe they're not able to, because remember they said they got the purple gas. They got the purple gas from Mewtwo, right? So maybe the purple gas is what makes them where they can combine with each other.
Maybe. Is that something?
I don't know if maybe I missed that, or like, because there was a lot of points where they were just dropping a ton of exposition on you, and it was kind of hard to keep up with everything with just one viewing.
Right. I don't know if that. I haven't played the Detective Pikachu game. I've played some of it. I've not played all the way, so I don't know if it's canon to the game at all and stuff like that. But I know throughout previous, anime and the movies we got, the Pokemon movies and video games, that Mewtwo doesn't have that power to fuse people. So it might happen in the Detective Pikachu game. Not sure. Once again, have not played it, but like I said, so the villain guy, Mr. Wheelchair, he started Rhyme City, which is where the movie takes place. He wanted to be a place where Pokemon and humans could coexist, live in peace, no trainers, no battles, stuff like that. And they had, secret, underground, battle facilities and stuff like that where people...
That part was awesome, by the way.
That part was really, really nice, actually.
Yeah, the one thing... Okay. About the character designs, the Gengar design.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. That was...
That's one that
Okay, I forgot about him. Whenever I was looking at him, I was... it's not that I didn't like it. He just... That boy looked creepy. His teeth were shiny. I don't know. It was...
I personally like Gengar as a Pokemon. I think he's a really cool design.
No, I love Gengar, but this live-action Gengar, I don't know. I guess I get it, he's a ghost, but this boy was creepy.
Right. This is probably the only one who, I don't want to say I had complaints about, but he's a bit...
The only one that I was like... I don't know, I was looking at it twice. I was like...
He was like, Right. So going back, we're talking about the Rhyme City with the underground, battle facilities and stuff like that, because people in Pokemon were living in peace, and that was the whole idea. That was the whole everything behind it. And then they found Mewtwo, kidnapped Mewtwo, being tortured and tormented once again.
Yeah. So this one, when it showed the origin of what happened to Mewtwo, this wasn't them creating Mewtwo. They had already created Mewtwo, and they went out and find him.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Mewtwo came from the Kanto region.
Yeah. So basically, they had found Mewtwo, and then they were using him, abstracting the purple. What was it called? The R serum. R serum from him. Yeah. So. Yeah, back to what you're saying.
Right, so they took the R serum and then they were releasing it on Pokemon. It was making them go crazy and stuff. And so that's what our main character, Tim, is this Tim's name? Yeah. Harry, his father. Was it Woodman? I don't know. Goodman. So yeah, Tim Goodman, Justice Smith, and his good old Detective Pikachu, Ryan Reynolds. Is that the first time we mentioned Ryan Reynolds in this whole thing? I believe so.
What? No, he was...
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds was the best part of this movie. You're going to see this movie, just know it's getting carried by Ryan Reynolds. He's probably in the hospital from back damage from all the weight this boy had to carry with this movie. But
all I'm saying is, in the future, whenever we get Deadpool 3, he better mention being Detective Pikachu. I could just see that be hilarious.
And at the end, when they revealed that his dad was Ryan Reynolds the whole time, I didn't see that coming at all. Mine was blown. I was like, "Oh, this movie's amazing." It went from "Oh, this is a good movie." Nah, this is a good movie. This is a great movie.
Who knew Ryan Reynolds could transform from a Pikachu into a loving father?
Ryan Reynolds can do it all at this point.
Right. And so going back once again, the guy who created Rhyme City, wanted Pokemon and all these to live in peace and harmony. And then at the end, whenever he got his mind put into Mewtwo, and then he released this purple gas all over the city, was flying around, turning people into their Pokemon? Question mark.
One thing I'd like to say, I kind of appreciated the fact that Mewtwo was in this movie so much, because when you saw him in the trailer, you weren't really sure like how big of a piece of the story he was going to be, but he's like actually in it like a good chunk.
Probably the Pokemon we see the second most.
Behind. Well, I don't know, maybe Psyduck.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. Which I actually really like Psyduck. I thought he was really cool, but no, Mewtwo. I liked his design. I thought he was cool. I thought he was badass. I liked him. I liked him a lot. I was glad they used him in it a lot more than they did.
In my last Pokemon video I did, I was talking about like a trailer for Detective Pikachu and the Mewtwo Strikes Back evolution, and when Sun and Moon got first, not Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield got first introduced. I was talking in that one's like Game Freak and Nintendo and Pokemon, they all want to make sure we love Mewtwo as much as they do, because of how much stuff he was in, just like back to back. And
Mewtwo's awesome.
Mewtwo is awesome, you know, that's like the first legendary, you know, he's like what the first movie was about. Fantastic. So yeah, so old boy was flying around inside Mewtwo, turning people into Pokemon for some reason that didn't really get explained too much.
Okay, we've only seen it once, so it might have, but just know there's a lot of points in this movie where they're dropping lots of exposition. It's kind of hard to catch all of it on first viewing, just because, you know, you're so wild with the world and the Pokemon and seeing them in live action that, yeah, it's kind of hard to see all of it.
There's also, like you're talking about, it's like you're like so mind struck, you know, mind blown, starstruck, you know, you see all these Pokemon, and so you're trying to like, yes, you're trying to watch the movie, but you're also trying to look at all the small details in the background. You're like, oh, what Pokemon can I see in the background? Oh, that's cool. We see this person, like we saw in the trailer, cooking, but he's using Charmander's, you know, flame, and there was a like a TV. It wasn't the main focus, but there was a TV. It was talking about a fire, and it showed like Squirrel Squad was helping put out the fire. You know, bunch of stuff like that. You're just trying to see all the like small, intimate Pokemon details in the background and stuff, and see how it's incorporated into this live action world. Yeah. So, especially on the first viewing, it might be hard to catch everything, but don't worry, there'll be like some screen rant or BuzzFeed video talking about 107 things you missed in Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
I wonder if this movie's good if you're not a Pokemon fan.
Right.
Or if it's just really confusing. Or if you're just watching it like what is going on? Like, what are these? What the fuck am I watching? Who's Mewtwo? What the hell? Yeah.
It's like, so can Pokemon not talk? Why is he confused that this one can talk and the others can't?
Do they say their name, or do people get their name based off what they say? What is happening right now?
It's like, one thing that you did mention, in the trailers and a bunch of promotional material, we are meant to believe that Greninja is like a big like threat and foe and big antagonist within this movie. He has like maybe 5 minutes of screen time in the whole like hour 45.
Yeah, and you like never really get to see a full shot of Greninja. He's either like full speed, like running or moving, or he's like in a dark corner. You never really get to see him, which was kind of disappointing because I love Greninja, and I think I think he's like cool, and he has a cool design. You never really get to see him. I don't know, and I really like the part after the Greninja part with the Torterras when they came up out of the ground and they were like these huge mountains, and I don't know, I thought that part was really awesome. I didn't see that coming, even though it was pretty, it seemed like it was pretty obvious. But
another Pokemon, I'm just looking down because we got upon viewing they had some like packs that they gave us. It had 2 cards. One was a Detective Pikachu, and the second I guess is a variety card. Everyone will come with at least Detective Pikachu, but looking down there's one with a Jigglypuff, and I remember seeing Jigglypuff in a bunch of the like promotional material, like trailers and stuff. I only remember like Jigglypuff in like one scene, 2 maybe, you know.
Yeah, the only time you see him is the time you see him in the trailer, right. And he's is that same picture where he's like hold the microphone.
Yeah, where he's like sitting on the table.
Yeah, see, I don't know, I didn't see him in any of the promotional stuff. I only saw like Pikachu and like.
Right, like Pikachu and Psyduck were like I guess advertised a lot or whatever. Same with it was like Pikachu, Psyduck, Mewtwo, and Greninja. I feel like we saw a bunch, and you're like okay. But 3 out of the 4 of those, we did see a bunch of them. Something else I did mention to him, was there were a bunch of Pokemon I feel like were kind of like copied and pasted in the overworld. I'm saying we have like 800 plus Pokemon, but there were a couple of them we saw a lot, like repeatedly, like Sneasel and Machamp. I just saw them a lot in the background.
Well, I mean, you got to think how long it takes to design these Pokemon. So whenever you got these worlds, you're like, I could make a whole new design and stick them in the background out of focus, tiny, or I could just use one we already made and just stick it back there. So they probably just went with that because This is a lot easier for an out-of-focus Pokemon in the background to be one you already have than one you'd have to recreate.
I don't know, it's just real easy to spot Sneasel because it's got the red ear. It's got the one red ear. I was like, hey, there's a Sneasel in the background.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you think should be mentioned about Detective Pikachu? I definitely say go out and watch it this weekend if you've already seen Avengers Endgame and you're trying to go watch a movie over the weekend.
Wait, we're at the spoiler point. They have already seen it.
What?
We already spoiled it, so why are we telling them they should go see it? All right. All right, guys. At this point, you've probably already seen it, but no, it's definitely a good movie. I definitely. Would you say this is the best anime / video game movie release?
Hands down.
I would say Pokemon Detective Pikachu is the best anime / video game movie.
Live action movie.
Yeah, live action movie to have ever been released. Because what's the competition? Assassin's Creed?
World of Warcraft.
Super Mario Bros. I mean,
Sonic the Hedgehog 2019.
you know what? Here, this just in. Sonic the Hedgehog might be this out. We don't want to rule that out. I don't know.
One thing I'm sure a couple of people have seen this going around is a meme or it's a tweet post that people were saying that the Detective Pikachu and the live action Sonic the Hedgehog were the first movies in the Super Smash Brothers cinematic universe. All I'm saying is if that's true, I am fucking hype, man.
Bro, like the beginning of the Super Smash Bros. for the Ultimate, you know, when like the hands and all do that, and then it starts with Kirby on his journey. If that's a movie, that would be awesome. Along the way, he's having to fight people, and they join his team as they beat him, and that'd be awesome.
I'm saying it'd be the Avengers Infinity War Endgame. I'm saying we have them all built up. We just got introduced to a couple Pokemon.
Yeah.
So like we just got Pikachu, Charizard. There were Squirtles in there. We saw Bulbasaur, but they could say Ivysaur was in that. Mewtwo, I didn't see Lucario, but basically almost all the Pokemon that were in Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I feel like, hey, and we're getting Sonic too. Where's the Super Smash Brothers Cinematic Universe at? Nintendo.
All they'd have to do is introduce like a few of the original ones, and then they could, like what?
I'm saying
there's that
like a Metroid one.
Like a Metroid. Yeah, a Metroid movie would be awesome.
And like
Why couldn't they do that?
A Metal Gear Solid one with Snake.
Why couldn't they do a Metroid movie?
Why haven't they done one yet?
Is that Nintendo property?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's probably why. Okay.
That's probably one.
There was more update released like last week or something about the Netflix series for Zelda.
Oh, I didn't know we were getting a Zelda Netflix series.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But who knows how it's gonna go? So maybe that's the beginning. Maybe they're making the Smash Bros. Universe. Who knows?
The Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe partnered with Netflix.
It's confirmed.
It's confirmed for Netflix. Netflix presents a Super Smash Brothers cinematic TV series.
Ding, ding, ding,
No,
ding,
no.
ding, ding, ding,
No, that would actually be fantastic.
by Quentin Tarantino.
By Quentin Tarantino. They're just, you got Pokemon running around just like, it's really bloody and they're saying the N-word and stuff. Sorry, but Pikachu rolled up on me and got me. That's actually just hilarious.
Got any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Honestly, I'm not really one for like giving movies like grade, like ranking them 1 through 10 and stuff like that. I did say I definitely plan on buying this on Blu-ray when it comes out.
Yeah, definitely want to see it again in theaters.
And this is just one of those movies I feel like it's not going to be like, it's not like a super cinematic, masterpiece, but I feel like this is a rather historical thing moving forward if they do make more live action video game or Pokemon movies in the future. Obviously this inspired the Sonic movie because they weren't going to make a live action Sonic until we saw the first stuff of the Pikachu and they're like, hey, that actually looks really competent, that's so I feel like in the future I feel like in the future like some of this stuff might be worth a decent amount of money. You know, like some posters or some of the original like cards they give away with stuff. You know, a bunch of like the promotional material.
Keep your cards, people.
Keep your cards, because
cool how they had the Pokemon cards.
yeah, they had like Pokemon cards within the movie and stuff. Because you know, like first edition, you know, Charizard's from like the base sets, like Shadowless Charizard's like $100,000 card. So yeah, keep your Pokemon cards in mint condition, everybody.
Oh wow. But
So yeah, one more thing. Do you? A bunch of the stuff within the story is wrapped up, but could you see them making a sequel? Maybe not another Detective Pikachu, but maybe another live action Pokemon movie moving forward.
I definitely, because I think this movie's definitely going to make a lot of money, because there are a ton of 90s kids dying to watch this movie, and even there's a bunch of moms in there, like a bunch of families in there, and I feel like this is, I don't know, I was surprised by that, because I heard a bunch of like middle-aged men laughing behind us, and I was surprised by that.
There were a bunch of like
people
like our age and like older than us too.
Well,
You were talking about like moms and stuff, because actually this coming weekend, Mother's Day weekend, on Sunday for Mother's Day, I was planning to take our mother to go see it, because our mom's actually a big Pokemon fan as well.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, like, you got 90s kids and then their parents who were forced to grow up watching it too, because their kids are watching it.
These days, you know, it's like the past, because Pokemon's been out for the past 23 years, 23 years, you know, and so like that's 23 years of people, you know, all who could have fallen upon that. It's like, you know, children, people our age in their early 20s, you know, older people, just anyone who loves fucking weird Japanese Pokemon monsters. They're like, hey, live action. So
I don't know, guys. I would say this is the first good, the first really good,
confident,
live action anime or video game movie, and hopefully the ones moving on forward past this point are we'll learn something from this, and hopefully not fuck them up. So and not make really creepy animals with teeth and Sonic Hedgehog. All right. Well, I think that's just about it.
I just think that's about it. So once again, I have our fellow boy Let's Talk Movies over here.
Hey,
so yeah, make sure you go check him out. He recently put out this short horror film called OK Google that has recently blown up. Like, it's like since he like uploads,
we're famous, y'all.
It's been like getting big. Like, it's not like got a ton of views, but for, you know, our channels and stuff, how many views did it have last time I saw? I want to say it had 165,000 views last time I saw that, which was really, really good, you know, for like smaller channels such as the ones we have, and for like a horror short in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure you go check it out. We will link it in the description below, and he does plan on having a video talking about Detective Pikachu as well. So make sure you go check him out.
Yep.
Anything else? Let's Talk Movies.
Be sure to subscribe to VigiGames if you want to see more amazing Pokemon/anime/Kingdom Hearts content.
Final Fantasy content is coming to the channel soon.
Oh yeah, also Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer dropped today. Looked awesome.
So this has been your host, VigiGames. Bye.
Bye.